Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Today we're back here with Phantom Strider. Tonight, well, we got busting the biggest TikTok food trends. So yeah, I think basically these are the food trends you might want to just steer clear of. Mostly because, guess they're not that good. I don't know. Never tried them. I'm not really on TikTok that often, so. Anywho, let's check it out. Be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy. Here we go. Oops.
Howdy. Some food trends can become really popular on social media and the news, and as a result, many people may end up trying them. Not everyone is necessarily trying these trends because they've done their research and their doctors recommended it, but instead because they might have seen it in a viral TikTok trend or maybe on Instagram.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Some of these trends actually encourage healthy eating, which I'm all for, but some are outright dangerous or simply unnecessary. So we're going to look at some of the more fun food trends and the ones to avoid. Let's encourage some critical thinking with these viral food trends. I'll try and give you evidence-based responses to these trends, such as a dietitian or doctor's opinion. These experts will probably be voiced by my wife, Nin.
Hi.
Hey, hon. With that said, let's begin.
Stop.
Lemon coffee for weight loss. Adding lemon juice to coffee has been making its rounds on social media as a supposed way to lose weight. Some TikTokers claim that sipping this strong mixture will make those unwanted kilos melt away. Luckily, our dietitian friend Beth weighed in on these claims.
Lemons don't have any fat-burning qualities.
Exactly. Lemon in your coffee might lower your appetite, but that's because it's a lemon. It'll probably taste sour and gross. And this brings me back to a point I made in a previous video. When you drink or eat something gross, it will likely make you feel queasy. I guess that's technically suppressing your appetite? But I could also smell sewerage for the same effect. So it doesn't mean that's the best way to lower your appetite. And for me, some of these techniques fall uncomfortably close into the eating disorder category. My personal suggestion, enjoy your coffee without lemon. Maybe even add some sweetener if you enjoy the taste. But there's no good reason to make yourself queasy by adding lemon to it. Unless, you enjoy lemon in your coffee? You do you. Won't do you any harm. Here we've got the notorious pink sauce. This was by far the most suggested choice.
There we go.
And the second I looked it up, I better understood why. As the FDA had concerns about this sauce very quickly. And just a reminder, this isn't aimed at attacking any person. I just want to look at what this stuff is, what happened to it, and if health experts recommend avoiding it. Basically, pink sauce is a dipping sauce that was originally made by the TikTok user Chef Pie. In 2022, she first demonstrated the sauce in a viral TikTok video. She just got the pink sauce into a clear bowl and dipped chicken tenders into it. TikTok users seemed to really enjoy this idea, and the pink sauce started selling like hotcakes.
So why not?
But very quickly, the FDA opened an investigation into this pink sauce product, and the FDA stopped production and online sale of the sauce due to food safety and labeling concerns. Yeah, not the only influencer product I've seen get these FDA concerns. It appears to be still available in Walmarts today, but it was sold to a larger company and it doesn't have a particularly good rating. But when she first released the video, the TikToker began fulfilling orders for the sauce almost immediately. Unfortunately, when your pink sauce hashtag has 80 million views, that's a lot of people who are very carefully looking at your product for safety concerns. And customers quickly noticed inconsistencies in the ingredients list. For example, milk was an ingredient, yet it wasn't being shipped refrigerated. Many users even raised concern that the sauce caused botulism. And since the FDA isn't exactly following all the latest TikTok trends, they hadn't yet noticed this popular sauce and approved it as safe for consumption. But when they finally did notice it, the pink sauce was revised twice to better fit safety regulations. The first time from buyer safety concerns, and the second time was to fit FDA's stricter safety regulations. But clearly it was enjoyed by many. As of 2023, the sauce was bought by a larger company and was made available in over 4,000 Walmarts in the USA. So, okay, personally to me, pink sauce sounds gross, but hey, what do I know? And health-wise, the first strike against it is the Food and Drug Administration have said it's unsafe on multiple occasions, but the current new version available in Walmart has passed FDA standards, so it should be perfectly safe to try. The whole thing ended up being a bit of a disaster for Chef Pie. As Darren DeTwiler points out, an associate professor in Boston, he summed up the problem well.
Mail ordering food during a trial phase is just an accident waiting to happen. All the influencer needs is a website and they're good to go.
Sadly, food sold
Yeah,
online by
that just-
influencers can earn an instant reputation without actually having to earn any customer trust. And that's what we saw here.
Allowing a social
Yeah.
influencer to sell you a food product is on the same level as buying some steaks from a guy in the back of his pickup down the highway.
But I want
Yeah,
to
there's
know, how
gotta
did
be
it
a chance there's a
taste?
roadkill.
In a since taken down video, Pi described the taste as sweet, garlicky, and tangy. She says you can taste the chili inside, but generally the Walmart reviews had a middling to low score. One user liked the
Makes
smell
sense.
of the dragon fruit and said the sauce had a nice spicy kick to it. Another person found the sauce was
That's, I
too
guess.
sweet. The best picture I could get was from a reviewer who said it tasted like sweetened ranch type dressing with a strong coconut flavor. So if you're curious, I can't personally recommend it, but it's there in Walmart if you want to try it.
Or if you want to hear more about the up and down roller coaster that was, Sonovi2 actually covered it on his channel. Basically, due to a lot of inconsistencies in the ingredients and the coloring, yeah, yeah, I'll be honest, I never saw it, and I'm kind of glad I missed it. Because there are just some advantages of just not being into social media, because you tend to avoid stuff like that. But, sheesh. I mean, I don't know if she actually was a chef when she started the pig sauce, because frankly, woof. Even if, I mean, seriously, like I said, they go through a lot, and let me tell you, Chef Pi just crashed hard. Like, broke. I think she got bankruptcy. I don't know. I mean, I don't follow her, so I don't know what's been going on. Though, speaking of bankruptcy, her that vegan booty, Tosh Peterson, she got bankrupt. Which, thank God. And so that stops her from harassing people. Hey, I had to go there. Anyway,
Next we have the food trend hashtag what I eat in a day. Recently, many wellness influencers have promoted the hashtag what I eat in a day. No, not what I eat in a day. This is the name of the tag. Anyway, much like it says, it showcases what a person eats in one day. These videos have been very popular too. One study found these videos have amassed over
Man,
10
a billion monthly users?
views. And while it's obviously good to be thoughtful of what you're eating, experts have found this trend can unfortunately encourage disordered eating. According to a study from Science Direct,
What I eat in a day videos may be harmful to vulnerable youth.
wait, that's it? That's their conclusion?
Yeah.
I was hoping they'd
They
give more
say
information
why it
on
was
these videos. Let's ask
interested in,
registered
but what else we
dietitian
got?
Toby.
These
Robbie?
videos
What we got?
often promote daily menus that don't meet nutritional or calorie needs. Some even glorify eating under 1,200 calories. I'm mad about this.
And that is well below
Yeah,
the
that's
average daily
not good.
calories of 1,600 to 2,000 calories per day. Again,
I mean,
being
unless you
careful of what
need
you
to
eat
lose
is
weight,
fine,
try to keep it in the
obviously,
range,
but studies
otherwise,
have found
just
excessive restricting
calm
of
down.
calories can cause excessive fatigue,
Mm-hmm.
weaken bones, and lower immunity. Personally, I tend to look at my waist to height ratio instead of my exact weight, as the scales can be misleading sometimes.
True.
But if you are looking to lower your BMI or your waist size, speaking to a health expert first, like your doctor or dietitian, is always the best bet. And it's definitely best to remove those what I eat in a day posts from your feed completely. Definitely
Or if you
avoid
just don't wanna
diets
see
like
anymore,
these that
just-
severely restrict your
just
calories.
not interested,
I
should
can
stop
instead
popping up
recommend an
after a while,
evidence-based diet. Something sustainable and healthy like the Mediterranean diet, but something you still enjoy and you're not depriving yourself all the time. That balance is so important. Ideally, you want to look for a diet that's rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains.
Hey Josh, the Nordic diet is
Oh, hey,
popular
man.
in my country of Sweden. It focuses on fruits, vegetables, nuts, potatoes, whole grains, and seafood. We eat all kinds of tasty fish here. This diet tends to avoid sugar-sweetened beverages and refined fast foods.
Oh, hey Dennis, good to see you. Yeah, I looked up the Nordic diet and it did really well in studies. But avoid those severely restricting eating posts altogether.
Yeah, a balanced, healthy diet is always your best bet.
This is a particularly silly
Don't hurt
but
yourself.
popular food trend to avoid. Putting garlic up your nose. Cold season comes around every year, and sometimes
garlic up
it
the
would be
nose?
nice if
Really?
there was a home remedy that actually worked for colds, besides of course rest and lots of fluids. So recently, numerous TikTokers started sticking
Unclog your
garlic
sinuses.
cloves in their nostrils. They believe that this somehow could clear their sinuses and get rid of a stuffy nose. Some viral videos did
Honestly,
mislead viewers into thinking
I'm
this
good.
did clear their noses, but Dr. Sindwani gave some insight on this.
Blocking your nostril with a smelly piece of garlic can irritate
Yeah.
the lining of your nose and can cause more mucus to build. It can also get stuck.
While it's unlikely to be as
Yeah.
bad as Homer's case, a piece of garlic breaking off and getting stuck in the nose is no fun. Raw garlic can also inflame the skin, which can result in dermatitis, and a rash inside the nose is also no fun. Dr. Sindwani instead recommends rest, hydration, or nasal sprays or irrigation with saline. The best bet is your doctor or to look at the local pharmacy's over-the-counter decongestants. Our next trend is the
Okay.
kombucha and prebiotic drinks. I tell you,
Okay,
we
the
get a
prebiotic
couple of
soda,
gut
we've
health
been having a
studies
lot.
with mixed results, and the marketing department say, hey, I think we can make money off this. Thus, the meteoric rise of kombucha began. You may have seen these kombucha drinks on social media before. Basically,
True.
you and I have trillions of good bacteria in our gut. They help us
Probiotics,
digest
prebiotics.
foods, can improve our immunity, and overall health. And these
Usual
drinks
stuff.
claim to make our gut bacteria sing. These drinks contain what's called inulin, a fiber we can find in many foods we eat, such as fruits, vegetables, and grains. And empirical studies have found these inulin-rich foods are great for our health. Dietitian Julia weighed in on these
Julia.
studies.
Inulin-rich foods boosted good gut microbes. They made people feel full for longer, and they reduced cravings of unhealthy foods.
And that's the main problem. I could find plenty of evidence
Yep.
that probiotic-rich foods are good for our health, but I couldn't find any empirical
Yeah, not
studies
the
that show
kombucha.
these probiotic drinks are good for our health. But Julia did point out a good positive on this social media trend.
The publicity of these sodas has increased awareness of the importance of dietary fiber.
And yeah, I've heard
True.
people talking more about their gut health than ever before. But another problem Julia mentioned is the recommended daily intake for fiber is like 25 to 38 grams a day. And these drinks average like 5 grams. Honestly, if you
Yeah.
like the taste of these probiotic drinks, there's no harm in them that I could find. Unless you're worried about the harm on your wallet, as a lot of prebiotic drinks are
Yeah.
much more expensive than regular beverages. But they also tend to be lower sugar than soft drinks, so if it gets people drinking less sugar in the day, I think that's a
It's
good
whatever
thing.
works.
Plus, they're sometimes a replacement for alcohol, and they're a lot better for people than alcoholic beverages are any day. But drink these drinks because you enjoy them. If you actually want to improve your gut health, the empirical studies I found recommended instead to have fruit, vegetables, and dairy products.
And
For
fermented
example,
pickles.
bananas contain a lot of inulin, and they're a tasty snack. So do apples. Hell, even wheat has inulin, so do high-fiber breads and pasta. And
Garfield?
yogurt often already has probiotics added into it, and is often much cheaper than kombucha drinks.
True.
Plus, the kombucha drinks I've had didn't taste very good. So unless you really enjoy the taste, I'd personally go for fruits, vegetables, yogurts, bread, and other wheat-based foods. I mean, pickle foods like kimchi are
kimchi, I
great for
think.
gut health too, but you probably don't eat kimchi or have any plans to, and, I get that. Our next trend is
True. I mean, kimchi's kind of a South Korean food, and well, unless you know a good place like that nearby, you might want to just stick to your fruits, vegetables. Like, sure, I know sometimes they suck as a kid, but come on, just do your body a favor. Just help yourself do it. It's not gonna hurt. Just saying. Well, anywho, also that garlic one, like, jeez, I'll admit I deal with sinuses a lot. If I've learned, I actually would never do that because, frankly, my nose is clogged here, like on my right side. Like anytime I breathe out through my nose, there's like barely any air that comes out of there. I'm not kidding. I put my nose right here, like feel on that side, just not that. I don't know why. It's so weird. Anywho, let's just see what's next.
is rainbow food. This trend was really
Well,
big
they
on
just love the
Instagram. It really
colours.
took off around 2016. Just about every food you can think of was being given rainbow colors. Not just the lattes, but the sushi, the bagels, the pizza, the
Okay,
freaking
bagel I think I
grilled
remember.
cheese.
Wow.
By the end, it had critics stumped and horrified.
Hashtag rainbow food brought me up 22,000 results. This trend will consume us all.
It started mostly with rainbow cakes, which were a popular trend in 2012. With the rise
They
of
do look
Pinterest at
pretty.
the time, a surge of colorful cakes exploded onto the internet. So are these rainbow foods a safe trend? Well, sure. I've done a video before discussing food colorings and their safety, particularly those banned outside the USA. And I looked at the research behind these more controversial food dyes. And after looking
Did
at
they
some case
say what
studies
kind
and
of food dyes
literature
they used?
reviews, I found that even the red 40 and yellow 5 showed minimal,
no
inconsistent
evidence.
evidence of health issues. Red 40 was particularly safe, though
In
yellow
most
5
cases,
might
yeah.
cause some short-term ADHD symptoms in vulnerable kids. Though again, that's
keyword
just the most
short-term, but
controversial
yeah.
food dye. Most food dyes are fine. So if you do want to taste the rainbow, you should be fine.
you go.
But while these rainbow foods are safe for consumption, I think they're mostly made to look nice. Also, a popular rainbow food that didn't quite make the list was unicorn bark. Mermaid toast had a lovely color too, check it out. Mermaid toast in particular got a lot of attention on Instagram. Obviously, I can't call some of the rainbow cakes healthy, but the rainbow colors themselves are very unlikely to cause any issue. Though some people have
True.
reported
It's
a
just
bit
more
of a
like,
metallic
if
taste
you want something
when all those
special,
food
try
dye
it out, you
colors
know?
are added. Overall,
not
I just
just-
think these foods are beautiful to look at. A bit
True.
like Easter eggs, these rainbow colors just put me in my happy place. Nothing else to add. These
like a
rainbow
rainbow to
foods
bring
are
out the
just
smiles.
pretty, and I
That's
like
what
to
they
show
say.
you pretty things. Our next food
Next.
trend is frozen honey ice pops.
Was it honey ice
There's
pops?
nothing like some honey
That's it.
drizzled on your toast. But recent TikTok trends have been freezing it overnight. This turns the honey into a very sweet gelatinous ice pop. Obviously, frozen honey is nothing dangerous, but it is a much bigger blob of what we normally spread much more sparingly on our bread or drizzle on our pancakes.
Or just
according
who
to
has
the
from his honey
Cleveland
pot.
Clinic.
Honey has benefits
So-
in moderation, but eating this much at once can increase blood sugar, lower blood pressure, upset your stomach, or even cause diarrhea. Maybe try raspberry ice pops instead.
Well, that was
Or
a
it's just
short
those
summary.
fruit pops.
What
You know.
else? Oh, I know. Here's a fun honey fact. You can use Manuka honey on cuts and burns due to its antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. And the
That's
oldest
worthwhile.
leftover honey we've found is from 5,500 years ago, found in the tombs of Georgia, followed by the 3,000-year-old ancient jar of honey found in Egypt. And yes, for some reason the brave explorers did try tasting this ancient honey. Surprisingly, after 5,500 years, it still tasted fresh and sweet, and no one received an ancient
Wow.
pyramid curse.
Just to
and
show ya.
that's always good. Our next trendy food is avocado toast. Although this
Oh,
odd
boy.
combination of fruit and bread has been on cafe menus since the 90s, avocado toast became a huge trend around 2015 when it was introduced to the Australian cookbook It's All Good, Mate.
Didgeridoo, you take this boat to be your wife? Or didgeridoo?
Food bloggers
Ah,
started
didgeridoo.
copying the recipe and introducing their own versions, and for a while, avocado toast was inescapable. Soon, it was on seemingly everyone's Instagram feeds. But one of the most notorious social media stunts was amidst when housing was just starting to become completely unaffordable. And an older generation millionaire claimed this in a newspaper column.
Millennials can't afford homes because they spend too much money on avocado toast and lattes.
Really?
Social media mockery of this exploded. Calculations online found you could skip weekly brunch for well over a century and still not reach your savings goal. But for giggles, let's do a quick calculation of our own. Say a fiscally irresponsible millennial like me pays $20 for avocado toast at brunch per week. The current median house
week.
price in Sydney, Australia is $1.65 million. So I would only have to skip weekly brunch for 1,586 years to afford a new house in Sydney.
Oh, my last quarter.
That was my last quarter.
Or new generations just have it damn tough and they're allowed to occasionally enjoy themselves and eat some avocado toast outside their home.
Avocado, coming right up.
In our less stupid news, the avocado toast trend is fine. Associate Professor Yas
Sorry. Wrong button again. Jeez. Also, the whole house for avocado toast, like, relax. Like, how about you know the prices? Like, I think for most of us, the only reason those prices are just out of the range is because the real estate agents are mostly trying to make big money, you know? I mean, heck, I know I'm saying this in a 2-story house right now, but still, you get me, right? Like, if you slash the prices, you'd think people would be able to save enough to get one. But no, the real estate's got to make their commission, so good luck. Not to mention, like, our income's not, like, matching, like, how much we can actually, earn, save, and all that. You'd think they would just, like, lay off and just, like, you know what I mean, right? Anyway.
Has actually written a scientific paper on avocado consumption in the British Journal of Nutrition. As you do. I joke, but she found a correlation between avocado consumption and lower body weight and improved cardiovascular health. While it's important to remember that correlation doesn't always equal causation, it's safe to say avocado toast is a very safe and healthy snack. Avocado's unsaturated fats can lower bad cholesterol. It's also high in protein,
it might be cheaper to just get your own avocados.
You get the point. Regardless of houses or what anyone says, enjoy your avocado toast if you want to. And if you do want to save the money going out, it's simple to just make it home too. Our next food trend is Proffee, aka protein and coffee. Nice simple one here. Some TikTokers have been adding protein powder to their morning coffee.
Smells good.
Thus transforming it into Proffee. There doesn't seem to be any big issue with this trend that I could see, though dietitian Kate Atten did have a small warning.
This may increase your protein intake, and the extra protein in Proffee may help you feel fuller for longer, but remember that's no substitute for a nutritious meal. Whole foods provide a lot more nutrients.
They also mention you can have too much of a good thing like protein. Research links excessive protein consumption to kidney disease, among other things. So if you want, go ahead and try a Proffee. Just don't go overboard. Personally, lots of caffeine makes me too jittery.
It's kind of a balancing act,
So I tend to
find that balance,
enjoy decaf in the morning.
Next.
Oh, now we're on to a really stupid one. Dry scooping before workouts. Unfortunately, this one is outright dangerous and many health experts have warned against it. In case you don't know, dry scooping means taking a scoop of powdered supplement directly without mixing it in liquid and just dumping it straight into you, swallowing it dry. Ugh. It sounds like you cough a lot. But some of these dry scooping videos have gotten a lot of attention. Apparently they think they're noticing some kind of quote-unquote enhanced effect. But according to Dr. Underwood, dry scooping may trigger health problems. These can range from troubled breathing to heart attacks. You may also accidentally inhale some of the powder, and powder in the lungs can develop inflammation or infection. Dr. Underwood found that
I don't even know what
one
protein would
scoop
do
of
if it actually did get in the
pre-workout
lungs.
powder can contain the caffeine of 3 cups of coffee. The reason the water is added is not just to make it more consumable, it also makes the powder's effects more gradual. Unfortunately, there have been some dangerous results from this on TikTok. One social media influencer had a heart attack after dry scooping.
I got chest pains again, and it went to my back, and then my left side started hurting, and my left side went limp.
Fortunately, she's okay now, but hopefully the 20-year-old's followers don't try dry scooping after learning this happened. Dietitian Kate Patton instead encouraged this.
If you do use a workout powder, follow the directions and take it with water. You'll still get the effects, just not as dangerously fast.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I think Badger actually mentioned that before. I don't know. He tiny scoop, 100 calories for gamer subs, but I just don't remember which video it was. He kind of did it air cooker. I don't know. Maybe he just did it for a dumb joke. I don't know. But yeah, I usually do take it with water because frankly, I don't know if it's gonna hurt my throat. Anyway. Next.
Our next trend is chia water for weight loss. Back in the 90s, we used to have the chia pet.
Oh, yeah.
And those seeds have come a long way from the world's most boring toy. Nowadays, some people like the chia seeds so much that they swallow them. Some TikTokers have been expanding these seeds in water and then drinking them to stave off hunger. The idea is that the wet chia seeds will expand in your stomach and take up space, preventing you from getting hungry. So some TikTokers have been putting them in water and drinking them for breakfast. Admittedly,
sure
2
that's safe to
tablespoons
eat?
of chia seeds is equal to about 10 grams of fiber, which is great for helping fullness. But so far, the research hasn't matched the claims. In a 2009 single-blinded study, they found that the chia seeds made no difference to weight loss. That being said, dietitian Beth says there's no harm in them, and technically they should make a difference to fullness.
Chia seeds are very healthy. They're whole grain, low calorie, a source of protein, fiber, and various nutrients.
So-
Extra fiber
Oh.
should slow down digestion, but you'll get the same effects from a big salad or a bowl of healthy oatmeal.
That's the thing, this is
Fair.
another case where just a decent whole food will do the same thing. And she also warns that while chia seeds and water are fine every now and then, it shouldn't be seen as a key method of weight loss. And without enough water, too much concentrated fiber at once may cause some bloating and constipation.
If you're going to try this, I recommend 1 to 2 tablespoons of chia seeds in an 8 to 10 ounce glass of water.
So yeah, no real danger in this trend, just everything in moderation. Our next trend is aloe vera juice. You know, based off that plant. At first, aloe vera was great for treating burns on the skin, and aloe vera has been used in cosmetics for years, as it contains a lot of vitamins and minerals and has anti-inflammatory properties.
Yeah,
But
do
recently
we
it's
just
been
avoid this
trending
one
to
too, or what's
swallow
going on?
aloe vera juice. Dietitian Alyssa looked into
Alright, what's the
this,
pipe? What do you got?
but sadly, she found that the research on aloe vera juice's health benefits was lacking.
The
Animal?
vitamins that do make it into the juice are just a small amount of the recommended daily amount. And the research doesn't show the same anti-inflammatory benefits as in the plant itself.
Dietitian Brierly agreed,
Yeah, that makes
saying
sense.
the claims made about aloe vera juice are questionable. But we do know that aloe vera gel and the plant work great on cuts and burns. That being said, aloe vera juice
Yeah,
appears to be perfectly safe to drink. It's probably not going to offer you any health benefits, but if you just like the taste, go for it. Oh,
Do
much
you
prefer
get-
this TikTok trend, nature's cereal. And nothing
Nature's
wrong
what?
with what I can see with this one. TikTokers get a bowl of mixed berries and
Okay.
pour coconut water over them. Then they eat them with a spoon, cereal style. Seems fine to me personally. Oats and
It's
berries
nice
is
in
my
there.
breakfast almost every morning. Dietitian Kate Patton checked out this food trend, and this was her verdict.
Raspberries,
Well?
pomegranates, and blueberries are among the best fruits you can eat. But sweetened coconut water can contain a lot of sugar. But if you want to keep it low sugar, I recommend the unsweetened version.
So if you do want to try something a little different and fruitier for
So-
breakfast, I say give it a try. I recommend a packet of frozen berries from the store, as berries can be expensive when unfrozen. And next up
Makes
we have the
sense.
trend
Okay.
of
What?
drinking chlorophyll water. In case you don't know,
Chlorophyll water?
chlorophyll is the pigment found in plants that gives them their green color. And
Alright,
this one has been
interesting. Makes sense.
showcased on TikTok a whole
the-
lot. Some claim if you drop liquid chlorophyll into the water you drink, it'll supposedly stimulate the immune system, energize the body, cleanse the intestines, and quote-unquote detox the blood. Some have even
I
claimed
believe
that it
that's a
somehow
buzzword, not
prevents
good.
cancer and deodorizes sweat gland. Okay. That's a whole lot
Yeah,
of
little
bold
barnacles.
claims. And it sure would be nice if drinking chlorophyll and water did all those things. But unfortunately, there just isn't a lot of research to back up these claims.
Chlorophyll drops are safe in moderation, but your body probably doesn't need them.
And according to Dr.
True.
Bowman, there are potential side effects too, including stomach aches and diarrhea. It may also make people's stool go yellow or black, which can be alarming. It certainly freaked me out. The Cleveland Clinic
Yeah, I'd be
also
a little,
recommends
we're
chlorophyll
gonna need
drinkers
to lost
stay out of the
fast.
sun, as it can increase the risk of sunburn, and those who are pregnant should avoid consuming it altogether. Overall, most of the studies on this chlorophyll water seem to be of tiny sample sizes of like 10 people. There was a cancer study on mice with good results, but while we can learn a whole lot from mice, they're not the same as human studies. Alright, well, does it at least make people smell less? The claims it helps bad breath and body odor are based on a 1950s study that has long since been debunked. However, some veterinary studies have reported that chlorophyll
We're
can offer your
debunked.
dog
Good.
health benefits. But most studies just recommend recommend giving your dog a bit of spinach or parsley, not some expensive chlorophyll water. On the plus side, it does encourage some people to drink water, as the chlorophyll water can come in different flavors. My Gen Z hairdresser mentioned she's been drinking more water after starting on chlorophyll water. So if it does encourage you to drink more water, I say go for it. But if you are looking for health benefits, you'll be fine with just straight up water. If people know how to do it, verifying these social media claims doesn't take much hard work at all. All it really takes is sifting through a quick Google search with the right keywords. And occasionally being able to read the abstract of an empirical study. I recommend adding words like empirical evidence, or seeing if the information is given by a registered dietitian. But obviously, your first best reference is always your doctor. And if you think I missed any particularly wacky or silly food trends, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Pardon me. Pardon me if I cough a bit while thanking patrons today. I've had COVID the last few days. That's why I sound all but my booster vac.
Fair enough. Well, there you go. Some I'm not really try, the avocado toast, nature cereal, but others I'm like, yeah, no thanks. You got any in this that actually makes you want to try it, or let me know. It's frankly, it goes to show you, take what you get from social media with a little pinch of salt, because frankly, woof. Well, till next time, see ya.